There's a less obvious culprit for industrial emissions, and that culprit is steel. Welcome to Moonshot Monday, where we talk about breakthrough technologies. I'm just reviewing an investment opportunity for a startup focused on steel. I want to share a little bit about why steel is emissive and what green steel looks like. If you didn't know, steel actually has greater emissions than flying. There's a reason why I invest in industrial decarbonization, and that is because it's a big contributor and it's underfunded by VCs. Steel makes our modern world and is responsible for over 7% of emissions globally. McKinsey estimates that we need $1.4 trillion to decarbonize steel and iron and achieve net zero by 2050. The process of steel traditionally involves burning coal with iron ore from mines. This process creates billions of tons of carbon dioxide, and steel plants also run 24/7. Steel also requires extreme heat, up to 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so that is hot. If we are to create an emissions-free version, it would have to hit these three targets. The first is a furnace powered by a zero-emission source. Second is iron produced without fossil fuels, or replaced with steel scrap. And the third, the heating step conducted with green hydrogen or some other clean energy source. There's a company looking at hydrogen and electric arc furnaces and recycled steel and glass furnaces. The big bet here, and what you may have seen in headlines, is green hydrogen. And what's interesting is there's a startup in Sweden that seems to be leading the way. It's called Stegra, and this is in part because there's a lot of government support for the transition. And EU countries are also offering taxpayer support, for example, in countries like Belgium and Germany. But today I want to share with you a US-based company called Electra. Electra is Colorado-based, and they are electrifying steelmaking instead of coal. The idea is carbon-free iron, and this cuts over 90% of emissions. The good thing about their technology is also that the acid-based process can handle lower-grade ores. The larger concern is that the steel industry is not moving fast enough. They are not on track with goals. The government is also a major consumer of steel, and they choose the materials for different jobs, different infrastructure jobs. So right now there are subsidies for steel, and these subsidies need to be removed and put on green steel. There's also a few other interesting startups that I've come across that are focusing on electrolysis, and the steel market is 1.3 trillion, so it's certainly a massive opportunity for startups to come in and disrupt and help us cut emissions globally.